take a moment to retrieve your blanket. Roll it or fold it up and sit on your blanket in simple cross-legged pose or half lotus or full lotus, as is your preference, with the blanket tucked just under your buttocks and your crossed legs resting directly on the ground. This will lift you slightly so that your legs are on a subtle slope. It will also help to straighten and lengthen your spine. You are now preparing for a final seated meditation. Place your hands on your thighs, palms facing up. You may also opt to place your hands in Gyan Mudra, which touches the thumb and forefinger of each hand together, or in the now familiar prayer pose, which is also called Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes and remember to continue breathing slowly, fully, deeply, continuously. As you inhale, envision filling every organ, muscle, and sinew with life-giving oxygen. And as you exhale, envision letting go of your burdens, your worries, your stresses. For this time together, I want you to think of meditation and its healing arts as you would a pool of water. Introspection and the ability to gain insight into our depths requires a calm mind. When our pool of water is turbulent, it is impossible to see into its depths. Only when it is calmed does it become clear and allow us to see to the bottom. Take this moment to wish peace and goodwill on the people you love. You may think of them one by one if they float through your consciousness in this way, or as a collective whole of your great body of love. Wish peace and goodwill on your friends, your acquaintances, your colleagues, those whom you genuinely hold in regard and respect. Wish peace and goodwill on those you may know by face, but not by name. The neighborhood grocer, the mailman, the familiar waitress at your favorite diner. They experience the same struggles, disappointments, and joys. Wish peace and goodwill on every stranger who has passed your way, the ones you may never think of again after that initial encounter. Who knows what their paths and histories hold? Wish peace and goodwill on those you have never met, those whom you have only read about in newspapers, who may live in a world so radically different from your own, who may very well operate under a different set of ethical rules and belief systems, who may seem so remote from your own everyday experiences that they are a bit of a theoretical abstract in your mind. And then remind yourself that no human being is a theory. Wish peace and goodwill on your enemies, those whose enmity sits heavy on your heart, and to whom you equally hold enmity. those you feel you cannot trust, those who have wounded you in some way or have intended to cause you harm, and those to whom you have caused harm. Wish peace and goodwill on all living creatures, the four-legged ones, the ones who fly, the ones who swim, the ones who crawl or slither on the ground. Wish peace and goodwill on the planet. The earth gives us life and sustenance, and only when we begin to treat her with reverence will we begin to reap her rewards. And now wish peace and goodwill on you. Whatever are your injuries, your blocks and stumbles, hate, jealousy, intolerance, pettiness, envy, greed, impatience, only you know what yours are. Wish them peace and goodwill. They are the shadow aspects of that pantheon of emotional characters that defines you, your behavioral patterns, your methods of dealing with and in the world. They live equally side by side with the more benevolent aspects of your characters: devotion, loyalty, gratitude, humility, honesty, altruism, compassion, empathy, and have as much to offer you in the way of insights into how best to conduct your life. These shadow aspects of your emotional characters are all born from fear. Arguably the toughest, strongest, most stubborn, and charismatic emotional character of them all. Fear has historically crippled us with its grip around our ankles like an imprisoning shackle. Embrace fear, and all of its shadow children, the ones who live and romp in your pantheon. Do not banish fear to a corner for being bad. Invite fear to a dialogue, a summit talk. Ask fear to reveal to you what exactly it feels it needs to protect. And then, listen. There is a valuable offering that comes from each and every one of the emotional characters that defines us, both the shadow and the light. And only when we are able to garner some kind of insight into our emotional characters by being willing to listen to them, to offer them with equanimity the same peace and goodwill that we have just wished on all of humanity, only then will we be able to begin to repair, to loosen that grip or break that shackle from around our ankles in order to walk free and upright and to begin our journey toward a more skillful life. Our love holds no sway if it stays locked inside of our hearts unused. Radiate it outwards. The love we have to give is our only true possession and is, without a doubt, our greatest weapon in the battle against a burdened life. Cultivate that love every day by actively bestowing peace and goodwill. Even if it begins with mere words, even if it presently holds no foundation in belief and intention, seek out the ritual. Make it a mantra, and it will begin to plant its seed deeply within your body, mind, and spirit. It will be made manifest. You might call it building the meditation muscle. And it is a vital key to unblocking and to freeing yourself, to finding your peace and your happiness.